Oh my god, it feels so good to be back. You're probably thinking, what do you mean be back, Zai? You literally posted a video like 2 days ago. Okay, calm down. Well, actually, thanks to the magic of pre-filming, I haven't filmed a video in about a week and a half because I was on spring break. So I really wanted to take a week where I was doing as little as I possibly can, so I pre-filmed and edited my videos, so literally all I had to do was hit upload on Tuesday and Friday. Now, my spring break was fantastic. It was great. The only time I willingly left my house for fun was one time. I went to one social gathering. My friend from high school was having a baby shower and she asked if I would come and I said sure, so I went and there was a bunch of people there and blah 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 blah. So that was on Saturday. And lo and behold, Sunday, I started to notice a little bit of a tingling feeling in my throat. Suddenly it started hurting a little bit more, and this morning I woke up and my throat hurts so bad today. So despite my throat literally feeling like it's closed, I still wanted to kind of sit down and talk to you guys because I missed this. It's weird what talking to a camera will do, but it's good for me. I'm somebody who I should not be left to my own devices for that long, let me tell you that. So it's been a while since the last time I've done any kind of get to know me type videos, and you know, there's some new people here and I've definitely changed a lot in the last 9 or 10 months, so I think that this is a good thing to do. A get to know me type of video, because I feel like I don't talk about myself enough on this channel. But I'm gonna do this with a little bit of a twist. I think a lot of people would probably just answer 50 questions about me or whatever, and that sounds fine, but I don't have the voice to speak through 50 questions. So I'm just gonna talk about my pet peeves today because I feel like you could find out really a lot about people based on the little things that just get them going. It just makes them go from 0 to 100. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not even gonna go into my whole spiel about subscribing, anything like that, because this is probably not gonna reach anybody outside of my subscriber pool, and if it does, you know the drill. I don't know even what I'm gonna say. I'm literally just talking off the top of my head. So some of these might be pet peeves, some of these might just be annoyances, but I just wanna say that literally all of these are enough to just make my blood boil. So let's get into these pet peeves. So the first one that oh my god, this annoys me so much. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. People who put their college and their graduation year in their Instagram bio, their Twitter bio, whatever you want it, just their social media bio. Now, that's completely harmless. It's fine, but it drives me freaking nuts. What is the purpose of doing that? Personally speaking, I have never gone to somebody's profile and been like, oh, look at Becky. She's part of the UC Berkeley class of 2023. I'm gonna follow her. Put some song lyrics, put a funny quote. I have my PayPal linked as mine. I don't know, just anything besides that. Nothing says I'm boring and I have no life outside of my studies than insert school here, insert graduation number here. If you're one of these people, please change your bio. Sincerely, everybody else who just literally doesn't care. Going to school, that's something you should celebrate. It's a huge achievement. I know I've been personally dragging out my admissions decision for literally 8 months on this channel. It's really, you have to put it in your Instagram bio. It also just gets my blood boiling, even though most people probably say that there's worse problems in the world, which there are, but staying within Instagram and social media and everything, because that seems to be my life. Grid art on Instagram. Stop doing it. Stop. We're not doing grid art anymore. It's annoying. If you have to post 8 consecutive photos to get your one little piece of art that you want to do, or get your one picture or whatever, stop it. It's annoying. Just consolidate that to just one normal picture instead of posting it literally in 8 or 9 different parts. Also, nothing annoys me more than when I'm scrolling through somebody's Instagram going kind of far back and all their grid art's all messed up because they can't keep their life together. Yeah, I say 3 is the max. I think 3 posts at once is fine. Anything beyond that, stop. You're being annoying. Settle down, Zai. You have limited voice and it's not that serious. Moving into another pet peeve that I have, and produce bags. You know, those little ones that people put their little fruits and stuff in the produce section. I hate the sound of them. I hate the sound of them. Their existence is a pet peeve, but the sound of them drives me freaking nuts. Oh my God, it's not okay. I shop a lot in the produce department because I have a lot of food allergies, blah, 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 blah. We all know that. I'll just see somebody in there, they're like fidgeting with the little like crinkly, thin plastic trying to get it open, and then once they get it open, they do the thing where they wave it and it's making all this big noise. And also, like, that's so much plastic pollution. Like, I live in California, so we're kind of cracking down on like single-use plastic, but like, why are they still allowed to do those? Like, I use mesh bags, you know? Like, somebody will go through the fridge and like they open up the produce thing and it's just like crinkling in there, you know? Just why? Like, I get it, it's not that serious. It's a plastic bag. Like, stop using those, okay? Produce bags are canceled in 2019, okay? Let's all start using the mesh bags that don't make loud noises. All right, moving on to another pet peeve in the store. Okay, when people care too much about how their groceries are bagged. Okay, here's a nice little story from today. I went to lunch, and normally I go to a grocery store at lunch because, again, I have health problems, blah, 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 blah. You know, I was waiting in line and I was kind of, you know, running a little close for time. I had like an hour break between my classes, and, you know, there's one check stand open, there's no like self-checkout or anything like that, and so I'm waiting in line, and, you know, there's this lady in front of us and she has like a ton of stuff, and you know, the cashier bags it because there isn't like a separate bagger that's just like the cashier and bagger. It's a small grocery store, you get it. All of a sudden, she's done, she pays, and she just starts going through her bags, like holding up the entire line, taking stuff out and rebagging it because the bagger apparently didn't put it in right. Why do you care, Susan? You're literally gonna go and just like put it in your refrigerator. It doesn't matter. Just like put it in your little SUV and drive home. Like, oh my God. As long as like my bread is not literally at the bottom of my bag, I don't care. It's not that deep. People who do that, they just have too much time on their hands. Get a hobby. Learn how to knit. Start making videos. I don't know. Do something else with your time besides hanging out at the grocery store and clogging up your lines. Or get a job as a checker and bag your own groceries. Also, when she was doing her bags, you know, the little like produce bags and stuff, she was like taking them out and making a bunch of noise. It was awful, terrible. The grocery store is not the place for me. That's why I Postmate like all of my groceries. Another pet peeve that I have with just sticking with things that other people do that just annoy the crap out of me. And this I'm putting in here, I think that this is something that is a universal annoyance for everybody, but everybody I've talked about this to is like, no, you're just overreacting. When somebody is talking to you and they put their hand on your shoulder, on your arm, on your leg, it's annoying. Stop. You know, a lot of people say like, oh, it's because they're trying to tell you that they're interested in what you're saying. I don't need somebody to tell me that they're interested in what I'm saying, because if I'm telling you something that's interesting, I don't spew garbage. Anyways, that was a little conceited, but your presence in front of me is enough to tell me that you're interested in what I'm saying. I don't need you to put your hand on my shoulder, arm, leg, or anything else. It violates my personal space. No, absolutely not. My next pet peeve is when people come to a complete stop before making a right-hand turn in the road. Just don't do it. That's all I'm gonna say, period. There's no stop sign. Don't stop before you make a turn. The first thing my driver instructor told me is you don't stop in the middle of the road unless there's a posted stop sign. But like, go off, Karen. Like, I guess you need to take that turn really safely. Like, no, you don't. I start like screaming when people do that. God, Karen, what are you doing? Like, learn how to drive, go to school. Like, yep, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm losing my voice by the second. Literally doesn't affect me in any way. I don't understand why it annoys me so much, but it does. When people in a lecture hall, a classroom, things like that, where you're taking notes and there's a presentation, I absolutely cannot stand when people go and they just sit in the back and they pull out their little phones and they just take pictures of the slideshows. They're not copying anything down. They're literally just sitting there wasting oxygen. Ooh, I look rough. That might have came out a little bit insensitive. I'm not talking about people who maybe have learning disabilities. We're just kind of generalized different learning styles that utilize photos and videos to enhance their learning experience. What I'm talking about is the person who sits there on their phone all lecture, occasionally raises it to take a picture and continues texting with their friend afterwards, and then all of a sudden, when it comes to a review, they turn to you and ask you for your notes. As if I didn't just watch you literally sit there for the entire 3 weeks we were learning everything. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of sounded a little bit mean. I'll take pictures of slideshows and stuff like that, or I'll download PowerPoints or things like that. especially if the lecture is moving kind of fast. I totally understand that. At least you can pull out a notebook or something. Like, I don't even know why. It literally doesn't affect me at all. Like, going back to the grocery store or just any kind of store in general. This is another thing where I think is like a friendly gesture that shouldn't be a friendly gesture. It just drives me crazy. And if I pay in cash and I get some change back and maybe I drop like a penny or even like a quarter or whatever, and you know, it just makes its noisy exit and rolls and blah, 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 blah. I don't need somebody to tell me that I dropped something. If I don't acknowledge it, that quarter is gone. I don't care about it, okay? So Bob behind me, you don't need to tap me on my shoulder and be like, hey, you dropped something. I know I dropped something. I knew the second it hit the floor that I dropped something. I literally could not care less to pick it up, Bob. I'm gonna just, some little kid's gonna get their day made. They're gonna walk in and see a quarter and be like, heck freaking yeah. And then I feel obligated, so I have to take the time out of my day to pick it up. And again, anybody I tell this to, they're like, oh, the person's being courteous. Okay, they're being courteous, but like, it's none of their business. Like, if I wanna just drop loose change, I could just drop loose change. It's not a big deal. And I don't just like intentionally like throw down my money for anybody, like, but it just happens. You know, like when you're just like frantically putting away your money, it's like this cashier's already started scanning the next person's items and everything like that, and you're like trying to get your move on. You know, maybe a penny slips through your fingers or whatever. When that penny hits the floors, it's whoever else's. I don't want it. And when somebody points out that I dropped something, suddenly I'm obligated to pick it up and I don't want to. I think I got everything that I meant to say. Well, this has gone on for long enough. It's what, we're at 18 minutes now? That's good. So that is all for my today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I could probably think of some more stuff that annoys me, but my throat's getting a little bit raspy. It's hurting pretty bad. I need to just drink some water, go outside. I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna get it ready for tomorrow. If you did like this video for whatever reason, I'm not even gonna go into that. Nobody's watching this from outside of the subscriber pool, okay? Other than that, thank you so much for being here. We will resume back to regular programming soon. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but sure as hell I'm not gonna go to a doctor because a lifetime of not having insurance and not knowing how the healthcare system in the United States works has left me with the fear of the doctors. So I'm just gonna wait it out and see. So who knows, maybe we'll get another kind of terrible video like this on Friday. I'm not gonna let this get my week down though. I know this is gonna be a good week for me. I feel it. It's gonna be a good week for me. Getting over this little bit of a hiccup and then it's all smooth sailing from here. That is all for my today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I do really hope that you liked it, and bye!